last time you all fought a giant spider, and then fought some exploding toads, and that didn't go so well. And and then uh, Russell discovered a big, scary creature that turned out to be a very tiny goblin, and ran off into the forest. Uh, for several minutes, there was conversation about crazy goblin lady, and meanwhile, Morzuth was attempting to alert everyone to Russell's abrupt exit, and Sersha and Otheon were the first to hear it. And so, with a few successful survival checks, Sersha, Otheon, and Morzuth started looking for Russell, while the others continued to question and be confused by this strange old goblin woman who she would say things that made sense, and then she would say things that didn't make sense. And that is where we open up. Morzuth, well, first of all, Russell, you are running through just randomly, gut check, running away from what you suspect is a witch. And as you run through this forest, you are going through rough terrain. I mean, there are trees and bushes and things you can't just run through. And as you run, you get about 200 feet away from the party, but at about 150 feet away from the party, the forest starts to change. And it's subtle at first. The bushes start to have this semi-bioluminescence to it. And as you keep going, it gets brighter and brighter, and the light around you gets dimmer and dimmer, and more shadows start to encompass. And as you're trying to make your way through these bushes, you are heavily impeded, and you're just trying to get away. And you look around, and you're alone. No bugs, no other creatures, just bushes that are all of a sudden glowing. And pure quiet. No sounds of animals, no sounds of insects, just silence. Morzuth, you're with Sersha and Otheon, and as you start making your way towards him, you get to a point where Sersha's pretty confident that you're gonna come around a corner and you're gonna see him in just a few seconds. And they're a couple feet in front of you, and as they pass into this same kind of transition within the forest, you see it before you can do anything about it. These large tendril-like shadows reach up around Otheon's leg and just rip him, what looks like, directly into the ground, and he just disappears. And soon after that, Sersha turns around and she's in a full panic as more shadows just wrap around her whole body and just pull her right into the ground. And now you are also alone, surrounded by semi-bioluminescent plants and pure silence.
Crap, not again.
But go ahead, both you and Russell, give me a perception check.
Oh, joy.
Today we're rolling either real or rolling on D20. Either way, I expect honesty, and if you cheat, that says more about you than me.
I got a 5.
Okay.
I'm still waiting on mine to roll.
Did you turn off your extension?
Your hearty wisdom checks.
Oh, do I need to do a wisdom check?
Well, that's what perception comes off of.
I got 11.
By the way, wouldn't
what?
Did you? Nothing. I'm just wondering about a game mechanic. Continue.
Oh, okay. So, you, Morzuth, with your 11, the only thing you can hear, like, again, no bugs, no animals, but you do hear struggling, like bushes being pushed and things like that. So you can decide to make your way towards that, or knowing that you just saw 2 of your good friends consumed by shadow, you can go back to the other party.
No, I'm going forward for Russell.
Okay. All right, give me a survival check.
Got it. Oh boy, here I go rolling again with a -1.
Actually, change it. Give me an athletics. I want you to be
Hold on.
successful.
Sorry, everybody, my computer shit.
So weird.
Seven.
Okay. All right. We're gonna it's gonna take you a while, but you do eventually manage to find or at least see Russell struggle busting through the bushes. Meanwhile, back in the semi clearing with the old woman dust goblin, Vil, Morty, and Valen are in the process of trying to chase after their friends and being confused by this strange small woman. And she sees you starting to leave, and she's like, "You shouldn't run haphazardly into the woods. You shouldn't. If you think I'm the scariest thing here, you're wrong."
I know that voice. You just help me.
You're
When I
real
was on-
soft.
Damn it. I don't know why this thing isn't working. It's pissing me off. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Much better?
Much
Yeah,
better as a
well,
fact.
it's better, yeah.
I know that voice. Did you just help me when I was on the ground earlier?
A couple weeks ago, you looked very sad and hurt. Yeah. I help
So
your
you can-
friends too, if you want me to.
I mean, that's up to them. They all seem to be afraid of you.
Just because they're afraid of something doesn't mean they don't need the help. These forests are dangerous. Remember when we were walking through the trees and it turned off to be a giant fuck-off spider?
Oh, that's a good point.
So, I see a
Did you
lot
see
of
which way
trees.
they went?
And you see her she glazes over again and she's like, tea?
I would
And
like
she just-
some. Thank you.
And then she comes back and she's like,
All right,
she kind of
tea it is.
unphases. She's like, "Oh, why don't you three come with me, and we'll find your friends." And she kind of just walks back into the forest which she came from.
Insight check.
Okay, go ahead.
21.
Dang, all right. Yeah, this lady is crazy. But she seems genuine. She was honest about helping Vil before.
All right. Okay.
And so she walks off. You see her disappear into the trees. And if you're all following her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's like, but the way Vala moves is like he is intentionally not getting too close to any tree, like he's moving sideways through invisible walls because he's pretty sure
Sure.
something here is a spider.
Sure. So it doesn't take very long. It's just a couple of minutes, and you guys come to another clearing, which Morty, you will recognize. You've been here before. There's a little cottage. Alongside of it, a small garden with a well that sits not too far from it, and then often just a little bit off in the distance, there's a pond, which houses just about 2 to 3 little glowing red toads. And they're minding their own business.
Don't touch the toads.
Yeah, I remember them quite well, as a matter of fact.
Did you?
She's kind of walking towards a rather large tree, kind of in the center of her property. And she says, "Just don't steal from me, and the toads don't take things personally. They keep the water quite warm. If you like baths."
He's a thief.
Potato?
And I point at Valen.
What? Sorry, what was that?
I tell him the goblin that you are a thief. The profession.
This is true. Yeah. From Port to
Well, don't
Molly,
steal
he
from
says.
me.
He's like, I have some
Sounds
of the
like-
best hands in the entire port. I mean, that's what I say. He kind of like jokes with her a little bit, trying to ease the tension in like a very mature, but like positive way. I don't know.
Yeah. She kind of chuckles and she says, "Well, according to the trees, the last time my toads went after you didn't fare so well."
No, your trees have the go of it, yeah. I turned around, I heard croak and boom, and then a lot happened, and I woke up later.
And she kind of gets a little dark and her eyes go a little bit more yellow and she's like, "Don't steal from me." She says, "I will find your friends. They're not far." And she puts her hand on this very large tree and you just see a portal open in front of it. And she just disappears. And you three are alone in the middle of a hutted property, with a couple of toads that just keep staring at you.
Sorry.
Just
I gotta remember my camera isn't on. Or
Hello.
I'm like, Val is like, he's definitely positioned everybody else between him and the toads. But he's really just kind of looking around, trying not to focus on the toads. But well, he's a thief. He's a curious guy. Like he doesn't have the lack of impulse control of Spring right now, but he's still a curious person. So I'm gonna do a perception check and see what I see without leaving the portal area. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Oh, 14.
Yeah. I mean, the place is pretty benign. I mean, the toads are there and they definitely be side-eyeing you. But the hut seems quiet. There is a bit of smoke coming out of the chimney from it. You do hear like a dripping noise kind of coming from the well. But otherwise... and it's
Nothing
just
like particularly
like-
pretty.
They're like the pond is abnormally blue and semi-bioluminescent, like it glows strangely.
That's
But
really
it,
cool.
I mean, it looks, it like the toads appear to be enjoying it. Like outside of side-eyeing you, they are completely relaxed in this pond.
I'm just gonna just touch the water a little bit while he
It's
waits for this person to come back.
It's warm. Like it feels like semi hot tub-esque, like it's not overtly hot, like boiling. It's just warm.
Like a children.
You guys got a feel of this.
Uh,
And he specifically motions for Vil and like gives like specifically motions for Vil, essentially, like waves him over. To touch the water if he wants to.
is the
You guys
portal-
hear me?
Can hear you now.
We hear you now,
Okay. Much better. Can I make an Arcana check before I touch the water?
Yeah.
All right.
yeah. Smart.
7.
You know the toads are magical. There's no like obvious like arcane
Okay.
behavior in this water. Like it's just a warm
Is the
pond.
portal that she went through, is that still open?
Yeah, it is it. For now, yes. You haven't taken a ton of time, but it's
Okay.
it's.
Oh, are
you
we
can
supposed
see
to
it
follow
slowly
her?
receding.
I was gonna
Told us to
Um,
stay and not to steal anything.
I think we should follow her. What you fellas think? She said she's gonna find our friends. I'm gonna follow her, and I go through the portal.
All right. Let's do this.
So you see, Vil, you go through this portal, and it's quick and abrupt. On the other side of the forest, Morzuth, you see Russell. You can try to get his attention because right now Russell is entirely focused on trying to get away from things, and is trying to climb over bushes.
Where's this gonna come out and be like, dude, calm it. We got bigger shit to worry about.
Where's my? There it is. High, good, low, bad. Okay, 80. I don't throw spells at you.
Just get hit by your spell book. Oh,
No. Yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
Do you pause your behavior, or are you still trying to get through this? Or now that
Yeah.
you've heard more Zeus, okay, so he's still making an effort to move through this, and as you as you're trying to get your hand, like I would presume you're trying to get closer and closer to him to like put the brakes on him. Is
yeah.
that what's happening? Okay.
Yeah.
So you're getting closer. You're bigger. You're much bigger than he is. So this is definitely still rough terrain, but not as rough as it is for Russell. And you get to him right as the tree beside you just opens this massive your-sized portal, and it's a quiet couple of seconds, and then that same little goblin that you saw before kind of pops through, and she looks at you and she's like, "You might want to follow me."
Okay. I don't panic.
Good.
Then do I
And
come out?
Shortly, like there's a moment of like weird silence between the three of them as Morzuth and Russell and this goblin with which Russell has been purely petrified of. There's just this weird silence, and then all of a sudden, Vil just appears behind the goblin.
Oh, I probably shouldn't have drank that rum earlier. And then he just kind of fucking throws up real quick, and then, oh, she did find you guys.
What did you drink?
Rum.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Come on.
She says the portal's gonna close. Everybody back through it, please.
Russell,
Morzuth
little bird, feathers, come on.
Morzuth just pulls Russell with him.
You gonna let him, Russell? Russell.
As the audience waited.
Oh, I was muted. Yeah, I might not have panicked, but I'm still frozen.
Okay. All right. So Rigid Bird is picked up by Morzuth and hauled through the portal.
He takes a lot better care of carrying him than he did Twitch.
I'm a frozen bird, dude.
Got me tucked under his arm.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. So through the portal you two go. The dust goblin kind of looks at Vil and is just like, take a deep breath before you go through the next time. And she just kind of back through the portal.
I don't think that's gonna help at all, but let's go. And he goes through it.
Okay.
I'm doing castles with the cards in the goblin's house.
You're doing what?
Castles with the cards.
Oh. You just Okay, I'll let you do that. That's fine. So you guys come back through, and Valen, go ahead and give me a dexterity check to not get plowed over by Morzuth as he pops back through this portal as you're trying to follow Bill. I think you're muted, man.
17 plus whatever.
17.
17.
I
Yeah.
think natural 17. I'm not
Okay.
sure what his dexterity is. Probably plus.
Okay.
Mhm.
And I don't know if Valen has rolled anything or is trying to say anything.
Sorry, I was muted. Fuck. 23.
Okay. Yeah. So you both managed to just skirt on both edges of the portal as they all kind of come through, and you see a very rigid Russell and a semi-confused Morzuth. And go ahead and give me a Constitution check, Bill.
Constitution check. All right, here we go. Ready?
Yep.
I got a 14. I rolled
Alright.
12 plus 2.
All right, and an only slightly green tinged blue Bill.
Yeah, I'm more aqua
Is-
now instead of
yeah.
light blue. Like a aquamarine. Like them
Yep.
ugly ass 1950s refrigerators.
Oh, jeez.
Oh God.
Like I love how like that's such an American fucking thing. Like, oh god. All right, that's a horrible color for anything to be.
I agree.
Oh, are you all right?
I mean, I do well. I do just fine on a ship, but that was worse than anything I've ever done in my entire life.
Fair. Kind of like scooches over towards Marzuth, and
I'm, like,
Marzuth
Wetter
and
than
Russell.
usual,
Yeah, it's like,
perspiring, like.
is this what it feels like when I do the thing, and you guys just kind of deal with what happens after?
Morsuth nods. Yeah, and he also nods Russell too.
Make a strength check. And not snap my neck.
No, he's using your entire body to like nod you up and down.
He's leaning you forward like one of those drinking birds, those little glass drinking birds.
Hey, what's the matter with the feathers?
He's
I
a
still
little
don't
petrified.
understand why you call him that.
I told you why. Because he can summon the feather anytime he wants. I don't know if it's the same feather or a bunch of different feathers or where they come from,
Oh,
but that's why I
right.
call them feathers. I told you.
So yeah, that's right. I'm sorry.
It's been a crazy time.
It's
It
been a
has?
day. It's been a day for sure. But
been a
Give me a
week and a day.
deception check, Fallon.
What?
Give me a deception check.
I mean, he's not lying.
That's okay.
I'll-
I got an 18.
contest. Oh yeah, I'll
Yeah,
contest
it's
it
been a
with
day.
my insight. Ooh.
Yeah,
Go
that's
for
how
it.
this works.
Beat me by 1. You beat me
Yes!
by 1. I got a 17.
You believe
Absolutely.
me. Nice.
So, as you all kind of come back to center and regroup, the little goblin woman, she's a little perturbed, and she says, "I'll be right back." I'm just going to my house, and she kind of wanders away from you guys for a minute.
Isn't this your house?
This is her. Yes, this is my house, and I'm going into it. Don't follow me. And she walks away.
Oh, what? This lady's kind of rude, eh? Who invites you to her house and then doesn't invite you in?
She lives in the woods, so
To be fair, it's been a long time since a lady hasn't invited me in, so I'm a little hurt.
It'll be okay, big guy. There,
I mean,
and
I'm
I've had his
curious what
back.
she's got in there. But other than that,
I dare you to go take a look.
oh, you're a few seasons off, dear.
Oh.
Where are you right now?
Autumn. If I was spring, he would have been like, I did. He would have started running.
He would have already been halfway
Yeah,
there. before the sentence even started.
yeah, it would have been a wrap. Probably died poking one of the toads. Anyway, but yeah, he's like, no, I'll respect the lady's wishes.
Fair enough.
It's nice.
Can
But-
I like I'm gonna get like close to the door and just like hear like try to hear any I'm not gonna
Okay.
like peek on her, but I'm gonna try to hear things if I can.
Sure. So yeah, give
got
me a perception check.
15.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, you get close enough. You don't have like your ear pressed against the door, do you? Or do you?
No. I'm just like getting a little bit
Okay.
closer, just trying to
Yep.
hear what I can hear.
So you hear. You can hear a few things. You hear what sounds like something cooking, like something roiling, and then you hear like banging and some clanging and shuffling. And as you're standing outside, the door flies open, and she just kind of looks at you.
I turn around real quick, like I wasn't doing anything. Like, I'm gonna roll performance check. Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I got a 20. Yes.
Yeah, she's just standing there. And you feel her poke you. She's got very long fingers, and she just pokes you in the back. And she says, "Well, if you're gonna be that close to my house, you can help carry these." And she hands you like several mugs.
Okay. What is it? I take a
You'll
sniff.
find out. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's got an aroma to it. It's got it smells a little bit like the beers you've had in Dark Toe, but different, subtly. Like there's more to this than meets the eye.
I'm gonna find out. You
Okay.
first, though, of course, right?
And she has her arms full of mugs, one for every one of you, and she starts walking towards the rest of the group and distributing these glasses.
Are we gonna eat the books?
Hmm?
Are we gonna eat the bugs?
They're mugs of like
Oh, Max.
mugs that look like beer. Like they smell like beer, but for a sorcerer with a little touch of magic, and for the
we-
magicians, like without even an arcane roll, like you can tell there's something to these guys.
Yeah,
Get
I'm
us
gonna
kind
drink it. No, it's even thinking.
Okay.
But I have to go for 5 minutes.
Okay.
Sorry, I have to do this. I'll be back.
That's
in
okay.
5 minutes.
You're good.
I'll just tell you that all of a sudden,
Yeah.
all of the stress and all of the chaos of the last couple of weeks of you being in the forest just melt. And you are just so calm and just like, for a second.
I
And then
think
you can,
days, not weeks.
oh yeah. So, well, regardless, you're
But
very calm. And you just see Morty glaze over for a second. Kind of similar to what she was doing, but he's not talking.
What did you do to him?
This is what I man. This is drinking. This is amazing.
Oh. So she. Okay, it's good, huh? I'll go ahead and take a big old swig of it.
So basically, this, just to give you an idea of what's happening to you, this is a calm emotions spell inside of a beer.
Oh, this is good. And I go ahead and just chug the whole thing.
And I'm gonna
Was it-
fall asleep for 5 minutes. Meanwhile, the other guys drink.
Morzuth is pouring Russell's down into his mouth.
No, I'm still stiff.
He's as rigid as a board. It's okay. Just put his beer next to him. He'll be okay. He'll be okay. Just give him some time. He's adjusting.
My feathers.
What if we put him on like
Feathers.
a seesaw where we could tip his face into the drink and let him,
Maybe.
and then like tip him back and then tip him forward and then tip him back. I'd hate for someone not to enjoy a drink. He says, knowing full well he's not 100% certain about drinking this.
Bill's
She-
gonna walk over to Russell, and he's gonna like kind of grab his shoulder and give him a shake. Hey, come on. Snap my fingers in. Oh, he's really out of it, isn't he?
I've
he do
never
this
seen
often?
him like this. I'll admit, I'm a
No,
little
hey.
worried. I cracked a joke figuring, and an angry look or a shard of ice would fly my way.
Hey,
But
well, I never caught your name, Goblin Lady. What's your name?
She kind of just looks up at him and she's like, "We'll get there."
oh, that's pleasant.
Well, okay. Well, I mean,
Why don't
anyway,
you all tell me what you're doing in my forest?
We will in good time, but wouldn't happen to have anything that could help our little friend here, do ya? Something that might make him wake up.
I mean, if he drinks the beer, he'll calm down, but whatever this isn't magic. He's done this to himself. I think he just needs time. And she fades out again and she's like, "Toenails?" And she's just dead eye locked with you, Bill. Toenails?
I don't have.
And she
What?
fades back. I'm sorry, what, dear?
I just kind of like give the guys like that. What the fuck? Side eye look like. What the? Never mind. Let's see. Maybe this will work. I hope he doesn't mind. I hope he doesn't get mad at me. And I grab him and I cast Shocking Grasp.
Oh, God.
Oh,
no.
hey. Yeah, if he oh my god, you have a gun to your head.
No.
He's not
Don't
Yeah.
worry,
hurting.
it's not gonna hurt him that much. It'll wake him up. Trust me. There. Look. All right. Let me do this real quick. Where is it? There it is.
God.
He
Oh,
takes
fuck.
five lightning damage.
Oh, I forget it's
Alright.
not Pathfinder. Never mind. We're cool.
You find Russell, like in your rigidity, all of a sudden, you see a little smoke roll off the top of Russell's head.
All right, 5 damage.
Does he wake up? Does he
I don't know,
snap
does he
out of
wake
it a
up?
little bit?
I don't know, does he?
No.
He should at least have
Nope.
advantage. I don't know. I can see that you're rolling for it, and I know that that's like the fairest way to do it. And but yeah, he's like, you can tell that like pulling the gun like that was very much like almost a reflex. So he's already like pulled it away. He's like, you don't just go, all right. What is it with people with magic and just slapping people with spells every time they feel willy?
I mean, what's the point in having it if I can't use it? I mean, this one in particular is a very good favorite of mine. Most people they can't use it as well as I can.
Well,
What? She's just kind of looking between you guys, but I thought I was crazy. Listen, why don't you put him in the water?
Will that help him?
It might.
Hey, big man.
Warzooth keeps a hold of him.
Hey, what the hell happened to the other two that were with us?
They got dragged away by the shadows.
oh, wait. what?
See,
Oh, so you
I told you it wasn't no fucking story. I'm telling you, it's real.
Here we go. Oh, so you've
All
seen
right.
them.
Then I'll apologize because I thought you were full of the shit. flat out and down, everybody tries to cover their mistakes. But if this is real, we should all be really fucking careful, because if it can take them two, it can take any of us quick as a daisy.
Doesn't take everyone.
Yeah.
Oh?
Are you know about these things? The shadows that run these forests.
It's not the shadows that run it. The shadows are controlled. Someone
I
else
meant
runs it.
run through them, not
Yes.
like control it.
The shadows are odd. I don't quite understand them yet. But they don't belong here. Much like the rest of the creatures that appeared here. Roughly.
Like that.
Wait, I don't know. How old's Morty? I can't remember.
I just woke up.
How old are you?
Like 21.
Okay. So we'll say they've been here about 15 years.
Okay. So.
What's
I've
I've
control?
watched them a lot. I don't know.
Hmm.
But I do know there's a lot of things in this forest that no longer belong. They're toxic, abnormal. I've wanted them out of my forest for years. They contaminate, desecrate sacred ground.
Sacred. Sacred to who?
The forest.
The forest
The trees
is sacred to
scream.
itself.
Where's
You
the
could say
sacred ground?
The crater not too far from here.
Can you lead us to it?
Some of you could go. Clearly one of you has already made it there. And back. And she looks right at Morty.
I left my harp there, so I have to go back anyways.
Your what?
My harp.
Oh,
Harp.
pling, plang, plong. Your harp.
Hmm.
Morzuth rolls his eyes and he rolls Russell too.
Don't you remember at the inn? He actually made really beautiful music with that.
Okay, so now out of game,
Mhm.
I have already been to the crater before too, or did I get stopped before
No.
then?
You got stopped before them, similar to what happened just now with Otheon
Right.
and Sersha. You were snatched, and then it was a blur of things
Now-
you don't remember.
Okay, so you helped me a couple weeks ago. You say that you've been watching these things and you say they're controlled, yes?
Yes,
Controlled by who?
I have my theories, but I don't know. I may be able to see everything in this forest, but I can't see things that aren't natural for this forest.
Well, I'd like to hear that theory.
She kind of, you see her glaze over again, and she's real quiet for a second. She's like, machines? Big ones. And then she kind of snaps back, and she's like, I'm sorry, what?
I was asking what your theory was on these shadows. You said they were controlled and you had a theory. So I'd like to hear that theory.
So, those that make it through the forest often look much younger than those that don't. For example, you and Morty. Truthfully, I'm surprised it took the goblin. And, I mean, the big guy, that made sense. But... And I'm confused why they didn't take you. And she looks directly at Morzuth. Maybe they just
rubbing his chin.
I don't know.
Maybe they only take the ugly ones.
I think, and I don't know if this is right, but I think I would wager that if you went back into those woods, our petrified bird friend would make it, and this odd fairy boy would make it. But you...
The correct nomenclature is Fae, thank you.
I don't care. I want them out of my forest, which means I don't exactly want you here either.
How
And she smiles, just this gross, wicked, like goblin-toothed smile.
how many of
They
me are there?
Too many.
Fair. Cool.
So there's more of his folk around here than you say.
And she glazes over again when you hear her all of a sudden. She just starts to sing, and she's like, if you go into the woods today, prepare for a big surprise. For fae and demons and hellions to play, but the artists do the machines. And then she snaps back and she says, I'm sorry, what?
Hey, you were just singing a song there. And I'm gonna attempt to sing it back to her if I can.
Okay. And she kind of, I don't think I've ever sung anything like that.
Oh, yeah, you just did.
No,
Again.
I've been talking with you.
Okay, I again like give everybody the like, what the fuck? Look.
Yeah, what the fuck are you
Yeah,
talking
like-
about? Weird.
I think everybody's joined in, like in the this is
Yeah, she wasn't
Or
singing.
Zeus
No,
just
what are
kind
you
of
talking
shrugs.
about?
Another day.
All right, well. So you say there's more of his folk here in the forest.
Yeah. You see, I haven't been brave enough to make it to the crater. The trees speak of a pillar?
A pillar.
Emanates. Yeah, I guess that's... They don't really have words for it. It's more of a feeling. It's like an abnormal dagger in the center of the crater.
Interesting. Okay.
That must be the obelisk.
Could be.
oh
An obelisk. They were talking about an obelisk they want to use to go to the Feylands.
They really are trying to get corrupt your kind.
yeah. It's at this point that Valen takes his first sip.
You feel it, like this is a potent calm emotions. Like for just that slight sip, all of the torment and like just rolling emotions that even Autumn has experienced with this whole situation is just for a split second gone.
Yeah, no, he starts chugging this shit. Like the kind of drinking where it's like it's like you're trying to breathe while drinking, because he definitely needs that pain and still has some impulse control.
Yeah, I mean, you are in a place now where all of that still exists, but your emotions just seem unfazed.
So you boys seem to know a little about this dagger in the middle of the forest. The obelisk, is that what you called it? I look at Morty.
Yeah. Sorry, what?
He's asking about the obelisk.
Yeah, you gotta speak up a
Yeah.
little bit again.
Yeah, what was the question about the obelisk? I told you what all I knew, all I know. That they were talking about it. I didn't see it.
Okay.
I didn't see it, right, Sally?
No, you didn't see it, but I mean, so you can decide how much of this you actually want to tell the group. But you sort of conveyed who they are, but not quite like all you know about who they are, and what you saw as far as what these demons are up to, and
Okay. So the thing is, there are demons getting inside children, and they're talking with this other Fae. He's like Valen, but not quite, like darker. And I think they're using his help to go to the Feylands to how to fix this obelisk to make it work.
So that might be where the children have been going that I'm looking for.
My theory is that demons can go to the Feylands, but usually children are the focus of fairy tales. That must be for a reason. And probably that's why they're using children to hide inside them.
she kind of she's the goblin woman just like is just like that makes so much sense.
Well,
The
course.
demons can't navigate the shadows either.
I have a wizard brain.
They're stealing the children to navigate the forest. I'm almost certain.
that makes sense.
Maybe.
So, wait. So the shadows, they're, like you said, the younger you are, the easier it is to get through the forest. So
Very
what's
interesting
controlling the
theory.
shadows, if not the demons?
I don't know.
Well,
I mean,
the
if it's
devils and demons were working together in Damali.
Whoa. What?
Demons on what?
Yeah, right. If I'm not mistaken,
You're
right?
correct.
Demons and
Okay, yeah.
devils, huh?
Demons and devils at the auction house. Remember?
Well,
Anybody who thinks they have any history who's not catatonic can give me a history check.
about demons,
Demons and devils.
I don't know anything about demons.
Rolling.
But
Well,
I'd say it's my 17 for me.
Okay.
It's my guess that probably whoever left an obelisk there that you can use to travel to the Feylands, probably they put some defense over around it. So demons don't use it wherever they want.
I got a 20.
Yeah, you did. I seen it.
Okay. Morzuth. The minute that Valen kind of puts those two pieces together, you're like, demons and devils hate each other. Like they would never work together ever, as far as you know.
There's no way demons and devils would work together. At least not under normal circumstances.
now I'm starting to. This is. Oh
This
man.
might be the work of something bigger.
I mean, if you. Just the fact that the demons themselves have to hide from whatever is controlling the shadows, and then the fact that they are working with their enemy is concerning, to say the least.
Unless they were being manipulated somehow.
I mean, when you're dealing with the Fey folk, it's always a possibility.
I
So
don't know if this is pertinent. He says, kind of stepping in, but I'm 15 years old.
So you'll be able to get through the forest fine. I wonder, does anyone here have a disguise
What-
spell?
Yeah, I can
What I
disguise
mean-
myself.
Is that's how long they've been here, right? They've been
Yeah.
here as long as I've been here. But I have never... I've seen one other person like me in the entire time.
Well, there's one now. One other.
And he told me he's the reason I hide. He's the reason I've kept to the shadows. I lived in a hut.
So, who is he?
His name is Kip,
Kip.
the other one. Or you're
I've
talking
heard
about
this.
someone else?
I've
Oh.
heard this name before. Why do I?
You-
Out of game, Sabrina, you said that I recognized his name for some reason
Mhm.
last game.
Yeah, you passed out when.
Yep.
He
Yeah.
passed away.
Away, no,
I
sorry.
passed away. Yep, I'm dead.
All right, so you know. All right, so you know the name of
Yeah.
one of the Fae
Yep.
guys.
I just heard his name. Just
Yeah, it's the second time I'd say.
All right. Oh, so okay, I must have missed it the first time. All right. So, you see Valen kind of like a weight fall off his shoulders, and even his hair, which has been pretty much brown and dry, kind of gets a little orangey hue to it. And as he's like, "All right, it's not him. I gotta remind myself. But this is still a very dangerous situation. I'm glad you
What
guys
do you
are
expect?
here.
Could be a whole lot worse than you know.
I'm glad you guys are here for this, cause I'm very scared." She says with a large smile.
Bill, why don't you give me a Constitution check?
what?
Yep.
All right. Constitution check or save?
Save. I'm sorry.
All right. I got a 4.
Oh, my dear friend. So as this like conversation is happening, you just see Bill pass out, and
This ain't
And-
about
and
you,
not
Bill.
like-
All right, we're trying to save kids.
and this time, the visions that you get are much clearer. Like, not only were you pulled by shadows, but once you were pulled by shadows, you were pulled up and strung up by shadows, and someone who looks very much like Valen, big, long ears, what looks like springtime. Wait, have you seen Springtime, Valen?
Yes, I
No,
do.
he's seen summer and autumn.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So similar like the hair and the eyebrows all look like a season,
Right.
but it's
Okay.
contaminated. It's this purple like discoloration to the entire thing. And his what would be a very beautiful Fey feature is like it has like these veins of purple that are crawling up his face.
Okay.
And as he has you, he smiles and he says, "You're not allowed in the forest, old man." And that's when you get whipped. And you hit the beach. Literally hundreds of feet, like even thousands away from where you were the next time you hit the ground.
Oof. Okay.
And
And then
then
wake
you
up.
you kind of come back to
Is he awake?
He's come around.
And what did we see?
He looks like you.
No, wait. Are you here or you was in the beach in the
Yeah,
in your
no,
vision?
that was a vision that I had.
Okay.
Yeah,
For a
that
moment, I
was
thought you
flashback.
were teleported.
Yeah, I was
back
like, "Fuck!"
and like, holy shit, we got the wrong Fae.
Yeah.
That guy is awesome.
No, so then I wake up just like, he look like you. Does the Kip fella look like you?
I point to Valen too.
Yeah, I. Well, that's unfortunate. He starts to look around nervously, like
He's here somewhere. He's the one who basically ruined my life, and I think I owe him something. And I pull out my dagger.
How is your life ruined? I don't know you very well.
Well, like the witch was saying. Wait, is witch the proper term, or is it more something along the lines of druid? Old woman.
She kind of just looks at you, like kind of a little bit deer in headlights, but like also glazed over, and she's like, vegetables?
Never mind.
I think we should just call her Grandma Gabo.
Granny sounds good.
Granny Gabo? Huh? No? Okay, just Granny.
Granny works. I think we could ask her. Maybe eventually she'll give us her name, but
I
for now-
thought Toad Lady was her name.
Oh, I mean, I don't know if that's her name.
What's your name?
She just looks at you, and she's like, earlobes. And she just kind of smiles and nods at you, like
She
like
really-
agreeing to something.
Okay, earlobes. it
Yeah,
is.
she's Lady Toad.
Right.
What is it
Lady-
with her and like extraneous body parts like earlobes and toenails?
I don't know, but
Yeah.
anyway, where were
You,
we?
if you're looking at her, she literally just pulls a piece of like flesh out of her like hair, because she's got kind of it's very plant like, and her hair is long, kind of draped down past her back, and she just takes a piece of what looks like flesh, and she's like, and eats it.
One way to get rid of dandruff.
I mean, anyway, I think he's here somewhere, your friend Kip, because just now I had like a flashback or something, and I seen him.
It's not my friend's name, but I think we both have to ask him some questions. So
Who's your friend?
You're my friend. He gives you a wink.
No.
Oh, well, I didn't mean like he's your friend literally, just this Kip fella, the one that you hide from. Yes. Did he
Little.
did he always have the like purple veiny shit up his face?
Again, not my friend, and I wouldn't know. Well, my friend didn't have that, so that aside, because not my friend.
So
I
when
really
you say
feel
your
like
friend,
I feel like going into this that needs to be a very important like distinctive factor. I am not their friend.
you mean Little with your friend or another Fae?
Another Fae. Obviously, Lil is
Okay,
my friend.
okay.
I'm talking about the Fae person with the purple shade running up his face.
Yeah, your friend.
I
Aye, the
swear
one that
to
you
you,
hide
Morty. you see her like pull the top of her like the vest close together and just give one of those stern looks. You got me well.
But the reason he ruined my life, like I was telling you, Morty, is the Plank King sent me here to find those children that have been missing from our ships, the cabin boys. We came up here, me and a small crew, and then those shadow things, they took us. And I don't remember much. I woke up on the beach and everyone cast me out. They said I was crazy and that I was bad luck. And then the old wise woman in town, she said I was no longer allowed in town, at least to stay. I could visit to get food and drink if I needed, but I was not allowed to stay. Hence the reason I look like this. And this whole time you guys kind of he's like unkempt quite a bit, fucking
Yeah.
dirt all over his face, all that. Yeah.
You're
Anyway.
very blue.
Well, the blue that's just my natural complexion, but
Oh,
If he were green, he would die.
I mean, maybe. Let's hope not. But yeah, so now
I meant to mute myself.
I can't support myself except for off of what I forage in the forest and that which people are willing to give me if they're willing to give me anything. So yes, I owe him something. And an eye for an eye and all that jazz.
for what I saw, he was kind to the children compared with the other demons. So maybe there is a side of his story.
Well, perhaps. I mean,
You can have
she
your eye.
seems all right. She seems all right. So maybe. And you said he didn't always have the shit on his face. Perhaps he's been corrupted by these things. And that...
No, you're not tracking me, friend. I'm telling you, they're two separate people.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Ah,
Sorry.
Lil.
Are you
Lil
sure?
is the okay. So you weren't hiding from this fella. You and Lil, the one that you're the reason you
Yeah,
hired.
Alright,
Lil
this
is a
is-
halfling.
All right, fine. I'll tell you the name. It's just too complicated without it. I was raised by a man named Raulio. He taught me how to use my sword and my gun and how to hide. We moved around all over Wildmount for literally 11 years until we got waylaid and ambushed, and I had to stay in Demali. And I was 11 and alone, and that was the last I saw of him.
How old was he?
Hundreds?
Not another children.
No, he was very much my caretaker, my friend, father, uncle, everything.
I see.
Wait, did you say Raulio?
Yes,
Never heard of it.
certainly not Kip. And
My bad. I'm sorry. No offense, my friend. And he gives you a good little bow, like a half bow.
no, this is
You
on
have-
me.
Yeah, you have to understand that we see two faces and we assume you know each other. This is how it works.
Like you said, there aren't many of your kind here.
As far as I knew, there was only two. As far as
Well,
I knew,
now
as of 4 years ago, there was only one.
Well, there's definitely one more here somewhere. And his name is Kip.
And he may have the answers we both need.
Either way, I'm taking his fucking eye.
Fair. As a person, I am very much in favor of violent revenge. But just
Morzeus, can you give me one more history check, please?
Yes, mate. Get ready for an intense roll.
So, Morsut, what demons or devils have we seen so far? I only remember those little ones that get inside people.
there was the flying doodads that Sorsha and I shot the shit out of. There was
Yeah.
the hulking flesh
Wait,
fuckers.
but those were devils or demons?
They were
Those
they were
no,
devils.
the flying ones
They
were
were
devils, right? And the flesh monsters were demons, or
And
reverse that.
And that happened the same day?
Yeah,
The
the
flesh-
out of oh, this is out of character. Sorry. Yeah, no, when we were in the auction house, the
Yeah, I don't remember the flag. Yeah, weren't they like summons or something?
Yes. Well, they
So-
were mannequins from upstairs that were like posing as security, and then when shit went down, they turned into like their hulking meat slapper
Okay.
form. And then downstairs, the same thing happened, but they turned into mephits or flying fuckery. I forget what they were.
So it's
Yeah, so they were
easier to
imps,
assume
right?
imps.
Yeah.
It's easier to assume that the imps control the other ones.
No. It's nothing is safe to assume. Apparently they've never in the history of ever worked together according to,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
Holy
why I
One.
say they control, not work together.
Oh. See?
Morzuth, you just based on your background, when you were in that situation, you knew that whatever was in Little in that moment was the only one controlling the others. Like they were all working in tandem. As weird as that was, they were like a group that had like a job. And whoever was in Little was the ringleader.
Yeah, that I saw also, right? That Little is the leader.
Yeah, the
demon.
ones that survived that, or well, none of them survived that situation, but they were there because of whatever was in Little.
No, I mean in the camp. When I was in the camp,
Oh,
I saw
yes.
Little giving orders and
Correct.
stuff.
Correct. Did you get that history check back yet?
Yeah.
Well, while we're saying difficult things, I need to ask a favor, Marzuth.
Oh.
And he pulls out like 5 gold out of his pocket, and he goes, "An official job." And he puts out the money, and when I see Lil, you have to hold me back. Cover my eyes so I can't see. It's the only way I won't go to him. It's for everyone's safety.
He takes the gold and he puts it into Russell's pocket. All right.
I'll stand next to you to make it easy, but you got to move quick. Because I very much... I love Lil quite a bit, and I don't know how I'll react to seeing him this way. And I don't want my reaction to put the group in jeopardy.
You might be doing worse than putting the group in jeopardy.
Exactly. So... So official job, eh? What the fuck accent was that? That popped out of my mouth like a kangaroo. Wallaby. Sorry.
Lullaby.
Good day, mate.
Can you do it for me? Official
I'll try
job.
my best.
That's all I can ask. Thank you. And I guess if he can't do it, 5 gold to whichever one of you does. With a smile.
I gotcha.
You know, it was Lil that found me. He taught me
What do you
how.
mean?
All I knew
I'm
how
gonna
to
let you
do
guys
was hide.
hang on one second.
Oh,
I'm gonna let you guys talk amongst yourselves for a minute. Hold on to questions. Give me like 5 minutes. I gotta go find a restroom.
oh
Got
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
I'm
You know,
getting my hit.
he was the one that found me in Damali. All I knew how to do was hide. And, well, I could fight well enough. But that's not well enough for Damali.
Well, it's always good to have someone watching your back, anyhow.
It's very important. And we promised each other that one day we would own Damali, and I intend to live up to that.
Good luck with that one, fella.
Keep laughing. Once it's Damali, it's the Pirate's Cove next. He says she gives a sly wink.
Oh yeah, well, I think the revelry will be happy to oblige if it ever comes to that.
To be fair, he looks to be closer to control more than Pordamali.
True. We have grand ambitions, as anyone with nothing to look at but the stars does.
So you know nothing about, well, you know nothing about fate, right?
No, he's literally he learned he was Fae in the second
Yeah.
episode.
No, fate.
Hmm.
Fate, I think he was
Oh,
talking
fate.
No, Faye.
Oh,
I was
okay.
thinking.
Oh.
I was thinking about the shadows.
No, he's doesn't know nothing about that jazz. So yeah, he's
Shadows are cooler than echoes.
hey. That feels incredibly personal.
I was just talking aloud.
I'm sure. Did you hear that? And he goes, and he kind of like nudges Russell a bit, trying to like wake him up, like get him out of the thing. Like, you hear that? You hear what he says about me, Feathers?
I mean, he's not wrong. Shadows are kind of cooler than echoes, but
Yeah, very itchy.
He blows Will a kiss, and then literally vertically above him, as if like making a L in the air. Like Valen's point, like he doesn't have the gun out, but he has his fingers pointed like that. And he's like, I don't know. I think echoes look pretty darn cool.
Oh, that was an echo.
Yeah,
That you were describing. Okay.
yeah. And
Oh.
that was the echo like that,
Don't get me wrong. They are cool.
right?
I'm just saying, for a rogue living in the shadows, you know.
1 second. Excuse me. I can, please do. Oh, of course. No, you see him kind of I got a 13. Like, if anybody has a higher than 13 passive perception, you can definitely see me still. Which I think is everybody. I know for sure.
No, I have 11.
Morzuth.
mine's 12.
Oh, then I think it's just Morzuth.
What for perception?
Passive perception, yeah.
No, but it's.
Oh no, I got 9.
Oh shit. Okay then. Never mind. I guess yeah. I hide real quick. Like, see, I can. And then he just pokes himself out from the log he was sitting on.
I.
He takes a little bow.
That was neat.
It's kind of yeah. I don't have a lot of tricks that the echoes knew. I'll admit that. I'm still learning. Like it feels so weird, like more. How does it? I need to know this. How does it feel when you do the thing where the light murders? When you hit something, like I don't mean the spell. I mean it's just.
My smite?
Is that what it is?
Yes, it's my smite. I call upon the power of deities I don't believe in to help me fight.
That
Wait,
seems
wait.
complicated.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Mhm.
So these deities, they give you powers even though you don't believe in them.
Yep.
So wouldn't that by definition mean that they actually exist? So why do you not believe in them?
Because they don't believe in me.
Now, do you mean believe in as in no exist, or believe in emotionally supportively?
A little from column A, a little from column B.
How do you know they don't believe in you?
They all are some complicated people. I'm not gonna lie.
Everything's different in Damali, he says with like a kind of a
Hey,
like
I'm just
Ginyu
saying.
pose.
I mean, come on. You've seen the people that I carouse with, yeah, the revelry. It's
Fair.
not like they're not like the most normal of people, but even them compared to y'all folk.
That is, oh, that's just crazy. Well, it's crazy impressive, and
Just saying, it's saying something.
yeah. Oh, what was? How did? You don't use magic the way these two do. I noticed. I wanted to ask in the time, but I was too busy pointing my gun in your face.
What do you mean?
Like,
You were a sorcerer.
yeah. Oh, is that what it is? Because they have a book and the spells and the yada yada with the hands and the
Oh.
words.
Right, yes. You're talking about the ability to do the things I can do without Feather's long training, I'm assuming.
Yeah, like
And Morty's also training the books and all that stuff. Yes, I just was kind of born this way, I guess. Don't ask me why, I just...
That's lucky. He's a boomer.
Luck might be the word. I don't know if I'd use such a word, but sometimes I don't know if it's a gift or a curse. Just depends on the day, I guess. How much I might have had to drink or what have you.
fair. And whatever the goblin was serving, thank you, Granny. Seriously, weight off my shoulders. Realizing she's not.
You look around and yeah, she's gone.
Okay. Oops. I was actually just like, oh shit, I just addressed Sabi on accident. Fuck.
No. You go to say that and the goblin is she's gone.
All right, I'm gonna cast message. I got 120 foot, and I'm gonna be like, Granny, Granny, where'd you go?
Why are you so loud? I'll be right back. I've got something for you. Just wait. I think it'll help.
You can all do the same talky thing? Oh, he stands next to Morzuth. Like, we are left out of that particular brand of fun, sir.
Morzuth nods and nods Russell with him.
No. Don't nod Russell. He does the same thing.
Hey,
He has words he writes out.
Oh, no. I mean, he can cast message, right?
no, thaumaturgy, I thought.
No, I think only you have.
I
Never
don't
mind.
remember. I don't remind him using it.
Never mind. I thought.
Listening to you guys argue what spells I have is fun.
All right. Where I was wrong. So, yeah. Well, either way, I never get any of that kind of fun. He's just kind of trying to keep things light because he knows whatever they're about to walk into is going to be pretty serious. You know what I mean? Like,
But you use magic yourself.
it's not magic. It's
Yeah, it is.
you only think it's magic because that's how you understand it. For me, it can't be magic because it's not magic. It's just mine.
You know what you do?
Yeah, I move.
What do you think? Just
To,
because you
to
were
create a
running
copy
with
of
it, you
yourself
use
and
it?
destroy the original one. That's how Echo works. Did you know that?
Yeah, like I'm not sure. I don't know how. Okay, I can't say it's not magic. I guess because it ain't muscles. I don't know. It's not like I don't know. Maybe it's like any points to Vils. Like maybe it's like that. Like it just is. Because I thought you were talking about my other thing where I poof around a little.
Your Echo.
No.
What are you talking about?
I can teleport it without that, but only once, and then I gotta take a rest.
The Misty Step. The Misty
Yeah.
Step.
But
Yeah,
it
but
functions
I see-
more like a fun teleportation for them. It's just functionally Misty Step.
Yeah, I seen you do it.
Mhm.
That's not teleportation. You're literally creating a copy of yourself and destroying the original.
I've done it both ways.
I mean, probably feels like you are teleporting, but
Oh, I know I swap with my echo. But
no. I don't think you're understanding me.
how long is a short rest?
1 hour.
An hour.
1
yeah.
to 4.
Are we gonna
It's
be
about
here?
this time that you hear the door to the cabin like slam, and you see the dust goblin coming out, and she's just holding what you can't see in her hands, and she comes out and she's like, to answer your question, yes, you can stay here tonight, and it might be best because tomorrow you're going to the crater. I can tell you're the ones that'll fix this. And she hands to Morzuth and to Vil 4 potions.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
These are potions of longevity, but I've tweaked them a little bit. They'll make you younger for just about 12 hours. I think you need them because I don't think you can get there without them. The rest of you, well, Morty's clearly young enough, or looks young enough, and I don't know that disguised self would do it. So just as a precaution, this should get you 2 days into that forest, and after that, the shadows will rip you away.
Thank you, Granny. This will definitely come in handy.
And she kind of just checks out again, and she's like, tea, and just nods her head.
Okay. Well, shall we get us a little bit of rest, fellas?
You
I
probably can
agree.
have.
If we're doing this in the
And
morning,
lady.
then I want to try something. All right. I've never done this before, but you know how I change seasons? I want to try to push a specific season. If that makes sense. Like tomorrow it would be a lot of help if I didn't have as much anxiety about combat as I do when I am autumn. For instance, it would be much better if I went in a summer raging and well, you've seen me. You've seen me on the ship. You know how you've seen him work. So, I don't know how to do that. You see him just kind of he's really just scared of tomorrow. Like, how do you guys change your moods? Like, what do you do to prepare yourself for battle? Like, I've lived on survival, you know, like minute to minute, second to second. So the idea of actually preparing for real combat is different.
Well, I understand what you're saying, because it gets easier, though, the more you do it. Yes, I think I remember the first. You always remember your first battle. After that, it gets kind of blurry, if you will.
Oh, sir, don't get me wrong. We've killed shark beasties the size of Odeon. We've killed sea beasties the size of you. We've killed men. We've killed women. We've not killed children. We're very specific on that.
Huh?
Yet.
Yeah, sure. We haven't.
Yet. We've killed demons. We've killed devils. we've seen
Well-
battle. It's just it's always been thrown at us. We're always, oh hey, let's go check that out, and then oh shit, fuck,
And did you prepare for those?
no.
Then that's the point. And I start making a solitaire with magic cards. Try not to summon their magic.
Oh, so prepare by not preparing.
Morzuth just shrugs. Well, if you don't prepare the right way, it's not really your problem anymore.
I mean, that is okay, so I should prepare. Yeah, I should definitely prepare.
Is your gun load?
I don't know about you guys, but for me, I always try to envision all the shitty things that have happened to me in my life, and then I put them all together and just envision those things in my enemy. Makes it easier to kill them. Do you think you could do the same thing?
I think I can do something like that. If I did that, I know I would just go winter. But if I focus on things that have made me angry, and I think I get the idea. I think we'll figure this out. But if we're staying here, we're still taking watches.
Is your gun clean and load?
Yeah.
Then you're ready. Is your magic book with your spells prepared?
I
Then you don't need to be ready that way. Like Marcel said, everybody gets ready their own way. Is this your card?
oh
You just see a picture of a displacer beast.
You could get a picture of my grandma.
I don't have the list here.
Were you saying that to me?
I know I was saying it. Oh,
Oh no, I was just saying when he said, "Is this your card?" You just saw a picture of a displacer beast, and it went back into the deck.
I mean, I like the displacer beasts. They can be handy.
I don't know what's that. A displacer beast?
I
It was the creature that was on the random card that you just.
Yeah, I know, but I
Oh, okay.
really don't know what beast is that.
Well, they can be quite difficult to defeat, but if you know what you're doing, you can get yourself one of these. And I kind of, rustle my coat.
Oh, the hat. You mean the
I
hat?
loved wearing that.
Yeah, it's a decent
Pirates are really cool.
I don't know about that.
Oh, I know all about it from reading books and stories.
Oh, yes, well, the stories you'll find are a bit different than the real life thing.
I mean, look at you, Captain Will Boots.
Oh, but they're not all like me. Some can be scoundrels.
Yeah, this
Just as quick to
Plank
stick
King?
a dagger in your back. Yes, the Plank King, especially, he's a prime example.
he sounds very rude guy. He sent you away here, you lost your crew, and he didn't send anybody else to see that you are not crazy.
He wears the scalp of his enemy.
What?
What?
Okay, she knows of him.
He wears the scalp of his enemy. He killed the last Plank King, and then took his hair.
Why? What? Would I have known that?
No,
That's.
She also looks
strange.
quite glazed over. And she's, I'm sorry, what?
I wish you hadn't told me that, Granny.
Told you what?
Nothing. Just the little bit about the Plank King wearing the
A
scalp of his enemy.
toupee.
She didn't say anything about that.
Like, is it a toupee or a
The
full
little
wig?
redhead is right. I didn't say anything like that. I don't even know the Plank King.
Huh. I think you know more than you think you do, Granny.
Or she just said something kind of fun and we really want it to be true.
Could be. Could be.
Because, I mean,
Either way, I still should wish you hadn't told me that, because now I'm going to find out for sure.
oh yeah. No, yeah.
Is this your card? And I show it to the Lady Toad, the Queen of Hearts. And I wink at her.
That's a fun card.
It's always the funniest one.
She pulls a bug out of her hair and looks at it, and then blows it into the air and it flies away.
So who's taking first watch?
I don't mind.
No one else?
I'll trance out now and do some light things, and then I'll take watch from like half of the second watch to all of the third watch. Because I can still help with some of a watch while on my break, just not the full thing, right? Is what it was?
Correct.
Alright. So I can do that.
All right.
Where's the second watch then?
So
I'll take third watch.
We watch individuals.
Who's watching with more Zooth?
No, I'm asking if they are individual or by person.
The watches can be multiple people. You just have to watch for enough hours
Okay.
for everyone to get a long rest.
Right. Well, Vil says he'll definitely take the third watch.
Okay.
And is Feathers feeling any better yet? Is he done with his warm bath? His bird bath?
I don't know. Is he?
Austin.
Yeah.
There it
He's
is.
slowly coming out of it.
There we go.
Hey, Feathers.
yeah,
You say you take second watch with Pretty Boy here, right?
I can still hold you.
He just backs away with the middle finger.
Whoa,
that's a yes.
What's the deal?
Whoa. You have 4 fingers. Which one is the middle one?
or is it like a Sufu situation where it's just the two middle ones for a super finger?
Either way, it gets the point across. Well, hey, what's a... I hope you ain't angry about earlier. I was just trying to snap you out of it.
He doesn't know.
He was
Well,
still
then
in
what's
shock
why-
about
why-
that, which
Oh, you still worried about Granny here? Don't worry, she was a little crazy, but she ain't hurting us. In fact, here, and I hand him his mug. Take a drink. It'll make you feel better.
Everybody's drank it. There's no side effects other than being seriously like able to handle a lot of really horrible shit that's happened. It's
I have 5 fingers.
That's fine. Oh, cool. I've known you with 4.
Yeah, according to the picture of
He's
description
like,
of
I had to
Kenku.
check.
Yeah, I was like, do I really have 4 fingers?
But
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Does he take Come on.
No, I'm not. I'm still not gonna drink it.
Aye, fine. More for me then. I start drinking
can
it.
just a little bit, a little.
Oh, you
nip?
want some here?
Thank
I go
you
ahead
kindly.
and give him half of whatever's there.
Oh, thank you. Anybody else would like?
I'm okay.
Nope,
Takes a
Mercy's
sip.
fine.
Say, I'm
Why?
just gonna take a sip
Before
of
you-
bliss then, if you don't mind.
Well, before you drink it, I raise the glass.
Oh.
Here's to finishing what we started yesterday, eh? Let's get some
Poetic.
answers.
To finishing what we started.
And
Puts
then
the
I
glass up.
drink
I'm
it.
doing all the motions, even though I know my camera isn't on.
I know, me too.
Oh man. Well, yeah. So cheers and then drinks and relaxes for this. What I'm pretty sure is some herbal-based beverage.
So as the sun goes down, where you guys are at, like before you start to take your watch and things like that, the sun sets, and the bioluminescence that Russell and Morzuth had truly experienced, and Vil, you were kind of just there in the back, so you didn't really pick up where you were. You can see it. It's like up in the sky, like a city, that you can't see through the trees. There's just this glowing dome of light that is it's not bright light, it's bioluminescent light that kind of is conical in shape and is several hundred feet away from her place, and it's very clearly got a line of demarcation where you can't see.
I hope nobody's afraid of heights.
As the gravity of what you're about to do settles in on you, you guys set up for camp, and I think that's where we'll call it for today.
All right. Woo! All right. Good game.
That was fun.
All right. And can we just give a huge shout out to Sabi right now for DMing from a fucking car?
Woo!
Yeah.
Like,
And
for
what
real,
Yeah.
that is some real step up and do the shit kind of shit right there. Like,
What
Damn right.
The desert card.
All right, y'all. Let me know when we're playing again. I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
I
there
hear
she
my
is.
wife yelling at my crotch goblins.
yeah, I definitely get that. Peace
All
out,
right,
man.
bye.
Tell
Best
them
of the
goodbye.
family.
Bye.
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 All right, I'm gonna see if I can turn the camera around. I don't think I can. Oh yes, I can. There we go.
Yeah, this is where you've been DMing from. Like, I haven't gone offline yet, so people like can see this is the level of dedication and dopeness. It's fucking crazy. I appreciate you, my dad. You can't see it, but I'm bowing with the wavy hand thing over the head. Like,
Thank you for being
yeah,
here.
yeah.
Thank you for being here today.
That's how I'll always see it, just because of that fucking movie.
Oh,
All right, guys.
man.
I'm gonna get on the road. Y'all have a good rest of your
Yeah,
day. I'm
man.
glad we got to play.
Me
Text me
too.
questions if you have them. I will talk to
Definitely.
you all later.
All right.